What's going on, good people of YouTube? That boy Treezy here. Welcome to part 2 of Titanfall with Treezy. I nearly said Treezy with Titanfall. And in this part I am playing Attrition again on Nexus. Now, as you can see, I searched for a game and it's put me into a game that was already in progress. Luckily, the score was only 36-10 to the opposing team. So, you know, a little bit of head start for the other team. Would I still be able to get MVP? Keep watching to find out, you know how it is. And for those who don't know, Titanfall comes with, I think, 6 different game modes in the multiplayer. Attrition being what I'm playing now. Basically, the aim of the game is to score as many points as you can. Teams score points by killing the opposing team's spectres, grunts, turrets, pilots and titans. Naturally, you get more points for killing you know, human controlled pilots and human controlled titans. There's also last Titan standing, 6 on 6. Everyone starts in titans. As soon as one team's titans are destroyed, the other team wins. Capture the flag. Obviously, each team starts with a flag. Capture the other enemy's flag and defend your own. Bring your flag back home. Pilot Hunter, which is basically the same as Attrition, but you'll only really get points for killing enemy pilots. And Hardpoint Domination, which is kind of like an annex. You know, capture specific areas of the map and hold them, defend them to score points. So I'm playing Attrition because it was, at the time, at this point of my Titanfall career, it was the mode I was winning in most, and I knew I'd be able to nail MVP quite easy in this game mode. So as for the game itself, it's a banging ass game. If I talk from a TrueAchievements.com perspective, you know, the Xbox 360 achievement tracking website that I spend most of my life on, you can give games personal ratings up to 5 stars, 0 to 5 stars. I give Titanfall a pretty comfy 4.5 out of 5 stars. In my opinion, the game is the Don. You know what I mean? You know, trying to think of any bad points right now as I'm speaking is hard to do. There's not a lot I could knock about the game at all. The only thing I will say, which isn't really the game's fault, is obviously playing on European servers when it gets past like 1 o'clock in the morning. Especially when I was trying for capture the flag games, it was so hard to find any games at all. Obviously, the most popular game modes, from what I've seen, just seem to be Attrition, and then probably Hardpoint, and then Pilot Hunter, Capture the Flag, and Last Titan Standing. I could hardly ever get any games when it was after o'clock in the morning. And obviously, I don't want to have to go on, you know, playing onto American servers or anything like that. But no, overall, the game is fantastic. As people probably, you know, a lot of people know by now, it's multiplayer only. There is a campaign element of the game, but it is still tied into multiplayer. It's just that they've tried to put, like, you know, a story into it as well. But if you check out the official site review on True Achievements done by the one and only Osu Blue Jacket, fellow True Achievement news hound and the team's editorial manager, he pretty much, you know, hits the nail on the head. You know, because in my opinion, Osu's not really a hardcore, you know, first-person shooter. So it's coming from, you know, a kind of non-biased perspective. And one of the key things he said in the interview is that you don't need to be a hardcore first-person shooter fan to try the game out. Anyone can try the game out and enjoy it. You know what I mean? There's something there for everyone, even though it is, you know, multiplayer only. I think they definitely could have done a lot more with the campaign. You know what I mean? The campaign is pretty much just identical to normal multiplayer. Besides, there's more, you know, more dialogue going on. Obviously, there's some type of story behind it, and the game modes that you're playing on the maps are already set. You'll only play a Hardpoint Domination or Attrition. you know what I mean? But again, it's like also said, it's hard to actually pay attention to what's going on in the story when you're in the middle of, you know, scrapping with other Titans and slapping other pilots, you know what I'm saying? So the campaign side of things doesn't really get that much love. And I think with a game like this, the way, you know, it's got the Titans, it's got the wall running, wall jumping, double jumping, climbing on rooftops, zip lining, you know, all the different elements of the game that make it so fun. You know, you could go on for ages, for hours, on what they could do with a campaign for a game like this, you know what I'm saying? And that's where it loses that half a star, because I think they could have had all the elements that they do now, the fantastic multiplayer, the brilliant map design, you know what I mean, the decent and good, like the good variety of weapons you can use, that, you know, there's soon to be like customizations to come for your Titans. There's bound to be more weapons, more map mods, no sorry, more game mods, more maps to come in DLC. Obviously the Expedition DLC is already out now for the Xbox One version. I've just yapped on so much there, I forgot what I was originally getting at. God, I completely lost it now. Oh yeah, that was it. You know, they could have really done something amazing with a single player campaign for this game. You know, but as it stands, it's all multiplayer, and, you know, let's be real about it. What the game is good. You know what I'm saying? The multiplayer is not disappointing at all. It's it's good for all range of players. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm running around whipping ass in this now, but at the same time, your kind of casual, not so smart playing player can still be enjoying himself, like smashing AI controlled grunts and spectres, you know what I'm saying? And on that, you know, little note, that for me personally, you know, you'd think, I don't think like grunts and spectres come across like human players at all, you know what I'm saying? They're obviously very slow, they have terrible accuracy, and you can be at one side of the map, and, you know, say you have a sniper and you look to the other side of the map despite it being miles away. So long as you lock onto an opposing player, their gamer tag will always pop up above their head, so it'll always only take you a second to really identify another player. You know what I'm saying? No one's going to get fooled by grunts thinking that they're an actual AI player. You know what I'm saying? Not that that's a bad thing, but that's, you know, just my opinion. Obviously, as you know, using the pilots in the game is fantastic. The map design is pretty amazing, from like the bottom end, you know, the lower parts of the maps, you know, the roads, the streets, whatever, to up on the rooftops. You know what I mean? I think the design is fantastic, and even the shit going on in the background. Take Angel City, for example, the one where it's got like some massive type of arc in the middle of, like, you know, a massive metropolis, whatever that word is. On one of the, I think on one of the games, oh no, I didn't record that one. Ooh, well, on one of the matches I was playing anyway, I just took a minute to kind of enjoy the scenery, because it's fantastic. It looks impressive, you know what I'm saying? And thanks to the ability to be able to wall run, double jump, you know what I mean, and do all that kind of jazz, none of the maps really go to waste, and it's quite impressive how you can always find different routes to take each time you come to a map. No matter how many times you play a map, there's always, like, you know, stuff you can experiment with. Because obviously for me, my play style is always, you know, I'm trying to flank enemies. I don't want to constantly come up and be one-on-one, face-to-face with enemies. Yeah, you might kill them, and especially, you know, if you've not got a suppressed weapon, someone else is just going to come find you instantly. So I always try and make it interesting and try and catch people off guard. So being able to, you know, wall run, or use, you know, be in the middle of two buildings, jump on top of the roof, jump down on the other side of the roof, you know what I mean? It's fantastic, and it's so easy to, you know, master. But anyway, that's the rant. The video's coming to an end. I hope you've enjoyed part 2 of Titanfall with Treezy. Stay tuned for part 3, and thanks for watching.